Hello, Wildcats. It's Mrs. Taylor, your school counselor, on behalf of myself and Mrs. Coslin, your assistant principal. We are back to walk you through the registration process for the 2022-23 school year. Please pay close attention to this video as there have been some changes from last year. As always, if you have any questions, contact me or Mrs. Coslin before making any final decisions on your course selections. We will be looking at some very important information today that pertains to your senior year. We will first be looking at your academic histories so that you can see where you stand at this point in your junior year. We will then talk about some credit recovery options if needed. We will then look at the 2022-23 course selection timeline, and then we will review in detail the 2022-23 course selection worksheet. As a review, there are 24 credits required for graduation. Those credits are broken down into the following subject areas. For English, there are 4 required credits. For math, there are also 4 required credits, 2 of which are specific, Algebra 1 and Geometry. The other 2 math credits are higher level math credits of your choice. In science, there are 3 required credits, 1 of which must be in biology. All 3 of your social studies credits are specifically designated. 1 credit in world history, 1 credit in U.S. history, a half a credit of economics, and a half a credit of U.S. government. You must also have 1 full credit in physical education. Normally, students take that in the HOPE course, but you can also take that, or you can also fulfill that by taking a half a credit of personal fitness and a half a credit of an online PE course, or participating in an intercollegiate sport or band or dance. You must also have 1 full credit of a fine art, and the remaining 8 credits are electives of your choice. Of those 24 credits, 1 of those courses must be an online course. And remember that it's a course requirement, not a credit requirement. So you can take that as either a semester course or a full year course. And then lastly, you must pass both the 10th grade FSA ELA exam and the Algebra 1 EOC exam in order to earn your diploma. Along with those credits and testing requirements, you must also have a 2.0 GPA by the end of your senior year. If you do not have a 2.0 GPA, you will not be eligible for graduation. Each of you should have your academic worksheet in front of you. You will use this academic worksheet to assist in selecting your courses for next school year. If you remember from last year, the top section of this academic worksheet contains your demographic information, such as your name, your birth date, your birthplace, your cohort year, which if you remember is important because that is the year that you entered 9th grade. And it will also give you your testing information. Remember that you have to pass both the reading FSA and the math Algebra 1 EOC in order to earn your diploma. All of those other EOCs count as 30% of your course grade. In looking at your math and reading FSA test scores, if you have passed both of those tests, you will see a date next to either Math Met or Reading Met. Remember, you can also pass those tests by earning a concordance score, by taking an SAT or an ACT. If you pass by using a concordance score, it will be indicated next to the word concordant. It will say yes. If you have not passed either the reading or the math, it will be blank. This next section reviews your GPA and your credit standing. There are two GPAs that we look at. Your cumulative, which is your unweighted GPA, and then your weighted GPA. We look at your cumulative or your unweighted GPA for graduation purposes. Your weighted GPA contains any honors, AP, or dual enrollment classes you may have taken throughout your high school career. You can report your weighted GPA when you start applying for colleges and scholarships. To be considered an on-track 11th grader at this point in the school year, you should have earned at least 15 credits. Anything below 15 credits is considered off track. By the end of this school year, to be considered on track, entering your senior year, you should have earned 18 credits. Anything below 18 credits at the end of your junior year is considered off track. This section also tells you if you have completed your online course requirement. Next to that section, it will either read met if completed or not met. This next section is your credit summary review. The first column are all of the graduation requirements broken down into subject area. The next column shows you how many credits you need within each subject area. The next column shows you how many credits you still have left to take within each subject area. And the last column shows you how many of those credits you are currently enrolled in. If you see a green check mark in that middle column, that shows you that you have already completed that requirement. If there is a number left in that column, that shows you how many credits you still have left within that subject area to complete. This next section shows you all of the courses that you have taken within each subject area. It shows you the grade you received in that course, how many credits you earned for that course. This is the section that we want you using when you select your courses for next year. You need to know what courses you have already taken so that you can choose the best course for next year. Please remember, if you have already taken a course, you may not take it again. That would be considered duplicate credit. Pasco County does not allow students to earn duplicate credit within a subject area. If you do take a course again, we will have to take that credit away from you, and we don't like to do that. So please remember, if you have already taken a course, you may not take it again. That specifically happens with PE courses usually. If you have failed a course, either last year or this year, you will have to make that course up, and you cannot do that during your 6-period school day. You will have to do that in one of the following options. First, we have summer school, which is the Apex model. Next, you can take it online, either through FLVS or Pasco eSchool, which is in addition to your regular school day. Sometimes we offer night school or adult ed, which is also in addition to your school day. Usually that would be from 2:45 to 4:45, 2 days a week. And then lastly, we have our APEX program, which would be a part of your school day. It would count as elective credit, and then you would be recovering the course that you need within that elective course. This APEX course would replace an elective class. Generally, this APEX program is reserved for our upperclassmen only, which is juniors and seniors. So it is limited availability. We only have a certain number of spots. So this is not available to everyone. Due to COVID restrictions once again this year, we have had to do many of our normal activities virtually again this year. On January 10th, we held our Advanced Placement and Dual Enrollment Family Night. This was a virtual presentation shared via a YouTube link, which is still available on our Wesley Chapel High School webpage. You can refer to it if you have any questions regarding either one of those programs. On January 27th, we held the PERT test for students that were interested in dual enrollment. We will not be holding another PERT test here on our campus again this year, but you can always go out to PHSC and take the PERT test on their campus, or you can sign up to take the PERT test virtually via PHSC. You can see either myself or Mrs. Fasash if you have any questions regarding that. On February 1st, we held our virtual curriculum night, and the link is also available on the Wesley Chapel High School webpage for you to refer to if you have any questions. Today, you are viewing the counselor registration video in your English classes, and you will also be receiving your course card. Tomorrow, February 8th, is our Academic Advising Day. Students and teachers will discuss the recommendations for courses for next year during all of your class periods. Your teachers will sign off on your course cards indicating what class they feel you would be best successful in next year. The counselors will be available in the grade level commons areas for any questions you may have regarding the classes that you will be going into, or if you have any questions regarding the course sequences or progressions. You will then take your course cards home to discuss your selections with your parents and get parent signatures. You will return your course cards back to your English teacher by Friday, February 11th. Please make sure you return these course cards with your teacher selections and your parent signatures on them by the 11th. If we do not receive a course card back from you, we will be creating your course schedule for your senior year without your input. Therefore, it is very important that you make sure you let us know what courses you want to take next year. At this time, you should all have a copy of the 12th grade course selection worksheet for 2022-23 school year from your teacher. If you don't, please raise your hand and get one. The front side, you will see all of the course selections broken down by subject area for your core academics: English, math, science, and social studies. If you remember, you'll be selecting your courses for these subjects based upon the courses that you are currently enrolled in. For English, if you have not passed the FSA ELA reading exam, you will be administratively placed into English for college prep. If you have passed the FSA ELA reading exam, your choices are either English for Honors or AP English, Literature, and Composition. For math, again, it depends on the course that you are currently enrolled in. If you are sitting in geometry right now, then your next course will be Algebra 2. If you are currently enrolled in Algebra 2, then your choices broaden to either pre-calculus, probability and statistics, AP Calc, or AP Statistics. For this subject area, it's very important that you have a discussion with your math teacher to see what they suggest you will be most successful in. For science, the majority of you will probably have completed all of your required science credits. However, you can take as many sciences as you like. If you're a person that likes science, please continue to enroll in science classes. If you are college bound, you definitely want to make sure that you are continuing to enroll in science courses, as colleges are looking for those academically focused courses, academically rigorous courses on your senior year schedule. Also remember that when you fulfill your required number of credits within a given subject area, the remaining courses fall into your elective bank, but they are still considered academic electives, which look much better than PE courses on a high school transcript for college and make you more competitive. For social studies, all seniors will be taking economics and U.S. government. You will decide whether you want regular, honors, or AP. On the back side, you will see all of your elective choices. Please make sure that you have fulfilled all of the required electives, such as 1 credit of a fine art. All of the courses that are considered fine arts are indicated with an asterisk on the back of the course card. Please make sure that you have fulfilled your PE requirement, whether you have taken Hope or whether you have taken personal fitness online with either a dance waiver or a band waiver. If not, please see me to discuss your options. And lastly, world language. Remember, that is not a graduation requirement, but if you are considering going to a 4-year university straight out of high school, you will need 2 years of a world language, and also to qualify for the Bright Future Scholarship, you will need 2 years of a world language. We are also offering some electives this year next year that we did not offer this year. So if you have any questions regarding those, let me know. Some important reminders as you are selecting your courses for next year. University-bound students should take more rigorous courses than they are capable of being successful in. Colleges are very competitive these days. They are looking for students that are taking more rigorous coursework. There will be no dual enrollment or Pasco eSchool placeholder options on the course card. Therefore, you will need to act as if you are taking all of your courses at Wesley Chapel High School. Once you have registered for a Pasco eSchool course, you must then come find either a counselor or an administrator, and once we verify that you are placed in that course, we will make the schedule change for you. Please remember, you must be enrolled in 6 courses at all times to be considered a full-time student. Online courses must have a start date no earlier than July 1st to count as your 6th course at the beginning of the school year. As I have already stated, dual enrollment classes will not be on the course card this year. You must meet with your grade level counselor to discuss your eligibility and the new registration process. Only seniors will be eligible to be pack leaders or office aides this year. Therefore, underclassmen will not be able to select the Emerging Tech Business course. If you plan on taking an advanced placement course next year, You must acknowledge and sign the AP Expectations Agreement, which is on the course card. Please make sure that you pick alternates you can live with, not just random classes. We ask that you number your elective choices on the back of the course card 1 through 5. Then we ask that you list 2 alternate classes, just in case you don't get one of your 5 initial choices. Classes fill up fast, and sometimes you don't always get your first, second, or third choice. So please pick an alternate that you would be happy with having on your schedule. World language is not a high school graduation requirement. However, 2 years is a requirement for admissions to a 4-year university and for earning the Bright Futures Scholarship. So while it's not a high school graduation requirement, we do advise that you take 2 years of a world language just in case you plan on going to a 4-year university and you plan on qualifying for the Bright Futures Scholarship. Make sure you look at your academic history when selecting your courses. As I stated, if you still need a fine art, make sure you sign up for one. If you still need hope, make sure you sign up for it. Please don't wait until your senior year to take these courses. The AP Capstone Diploma is a nationally recognized advanced diploma offered by the College Board, which is the same company that offers the PSAT, SAT, and Advanced Placement. It requires that you take 4 advanced placement courses with passing AP exam scores, which is a score of 3 or higher. You must also take AP Seminar in 11th grade and AP Research in 12th grade. If you are interested in learning more about this program, please come see one of the counselors. I know this was a lot of information, and normally we would be there in person to answer all of the questions that you have. If you do have more questions, please contact Mrs. Taylor or Mrs. Coslin at the following email addresses, or come see us in person. We will also be available to you all day tomorrow during the Academic Advisement Day.